What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. First of all, this whole Lenny situation, I feel bad for Lenny and Phyllis. I really do. You know what I mean? Like, that's messed up. Somebody that you've been married to for a long time and they're sick like that and you feel helpless. But, Phyllis didn't feel that way. Phyllis said, you know what? She was like, nope, I'm going to try everything I can to save my husband. I'm not mad at her for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at her. But I also understand where Lenny is coming from a money standpoint. His heart condition is getting worse. There's no guarantees. Even if he finds the best of the best specialists, there's never any real guarantee that you're going to survive a surgery or anything like that. So he doesn't want to go through all of this, spending money that they don't have, that they can't afford, just to end up dying anyway. And then he's leaving his wife to, figure all the financial stuff out by herself. And I'm pretty sure Lenny and Phyllis, they look like they're in their 50s or 60s or whatever. So they're too old to start over. Phyllis is gonna be too old to just start over new. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make money and stuff in 401ks and all that stuff. They're too old for that. So I'm not mad at that. But at the end of the day, I agree with Sonny. When you marry somebody, you take those vows very seriously, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. You're in sickness right now. She's trying to get your ass back to health. Like, I'm not mad at that. It's a big risk. It's a big financial risk, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. If it can prolong your life, then I say go for it. So they found a doctor in New York or whatever that could do it. I have a feeling that I know a lot of people on Twitter was mad as hell. They was like, New York, so they're not going to Port Charles. I said, duh, they're not going to Port Charles. But I have a feeling that this may bring them close to Port Charles or somebody in Port Charles. Um, because remember, Anna is going to New York as well. She got a lead on Peter. So her and Valentine are going to be going to New York too. And they might just bump into Sonny out there if they all end up in the same part of New York together. So I was like, that could be interesting. Maybe Anna and Valentine are running into Sonny out there. Who knows? Speaking of Anna, I like the conversation her and Finn were having and stuff, and I'm glad that they're finally in a good place. Like, Finn is forgiving her, for all the lies and stuff like that, and he just wants them to be good. Like, he wants them to be friends, whatever. But you could tell that he wants so badly to tell her about the Peter situation. Like, he wants to tell her. But I think what's stopping him is Violet and what everything that Elizabeth said to him, like the potential of going to prison and leaving Violet without a mom, and then Violet would have to live with Elizabeth and stuff, because he wants Liz to be her, guardian or whatever if anything happens to him, if he go to prison or whatever. So I think that's what's really like stopping him from making that decision. Because with Anna, she's all about law and order, so you never really know what she's going to do. Because if he tells her that information, will she turn him in? Will she drop the investigation and just leave it alone? It's very 50-50 with Anna sometimes. Like, you just never know. But you could also tell that Finn was kind of annoyed when Valentine popped up telling Anna that he can go with her and stuff to New York. Finn was a little annoyed by that. He was like, yep, this is why we broke up. He was like, this is exactly why. I got a feeling with her and Valentine going to New York, I got a feeling that that kiss is gonna be brought up again, and some feelings might go down, some clothes might come off. You never know. I think it'll be interesting. I think it'd be quite interesting. So anyway, moving on from that. First of all, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like what Nina did with Ava's old penthouse and stuff. Like, she added her own little decor and stuff to it. I think it's nice. She was, showing people like, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all that a female lives in this penthouse. Because when Ava used to have it, Ava didn't decorate that penthouse worth a damn. That penthouse was bland. It was nice looking when Ava had it, but it wasn't decorated like how Nina got it. Nina added some flair up in that bitch. She got color, pink, purple, burgundy, all type of shit all going on up in here. All this fuchsia and all that. It's a lot going on in that penthouse, and I like it. Like, she added some color to it. I said, go ahead. Um, I'm not mad at it. Ava just didn't care. Ava was like, listen, I'm just gonna put this black leather couch here and we gonna rock with this. Like, Ava just didn't give a damn. Ava said, I ain't got time for no decoration. But I'm not surprised that Nina's gonna keep Maxie's lie or whatever. Maxie told Nina the whole story about Bailey and Louise and how there never was a Bailey and Brooklyn wasn't really pregnant. She told her the whole story, so Nina at the very least did tell her like you should bring Valentine and Anna in on this, like you should let them know what's going on so they can help you and protect you. Maxie not gonna do that because Maxie doesn't want to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Like she just feels like, nah, I can't do that. She was like, nope, I can't take the risk. This, whether she does it or not, this whole plan gonna blow up in her face anyway because the truth is gonna come out whether she wants it to or not. And who knows the legal ramifications she could face for all of this because people are wasting their time and their resources looking for a child that's not even missing. And the ramifications on, Finn and Elizabeth is going to be bad too if the truth comes out about what happened with Peter because again, people are wasting their time and resources looking for someone who is not missing. Like he's right under your nose. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all wasting people time right now. Like you got them wandering all over the damn world looking for somebody who right here in the hospital where she's standing. Maxie, your daughter is right there in the Quartermain mansion, but you got people running around investigating, wasting their good time and good energy. I would lock you up too. I'm just saying, I'll lock you up and make me look around for something. And I will sue you and have you reimburse me for whatever money I spent on plane tickets and wherever to go somewhere and gas money and everything else. You will run me my money. I would do. Listen, I'm not even playing. Anna and them better than me because I wouldn't be doing all that running around for some child that ain't missing. I'll be ready to whoop some ass right there. Got me wasting my good time. I could be out chilling, partying and whatnot. You out here wasting my good energy. So yeah, I'm not surprised that Nina trying to keep that lie for her because nothing Nina does surprise me. Like you running around with somebody's husband. So what you do don't surprise me. Not anymore. And then the ramifications of all this when it comes out, because who knows when Valentine finds out the truth and then he hear that Nina knew about it and then tell him, his little hypocritical butt gonna be mad. And you know what? Out of all the lies Valentine done told that woman, I think I got to give Nina a pass on this one. Like if she withholds the truth from Valentine, I gotta give her a pass because that man done lied to her more times than I care to count. I'm gonna have to give her a one-time pass for this one because payback is a bitch, but I guess he done lied to her a billion times. So what's one lie that she could tell him? Whatever. So anyway, like I was saying, Maxie, this whole plan gonna just right up in your face. And I'm just nervous about what's gonna happen with the custody and Louise and like is BLQ actually gonna get the child back? Like what's gonna happen with all that? Like I just think it's gonna be a mess. But I'm here for the mess. As usual. So anyway, moving on from that. This little ELQ meeting done got crazy. I was so mad to find out Jimmy Lee died. Austin said Jimmy Lee died 6 months ago. I said, why would you do that? Who the hell made that decision to kill off Jimmy Lee character? Why? I was just saying yesterday how they should bring Jimmy Lee on because it doesn't make sense to kill the character. Steve Bond, the actor who played Jimmy Lee, is still alive. You could easily bring him in. What are you doing? Damn. I was rooting for y'all, GH. I really was. I was rooting for y'all to do the right thing, do the sensible thing, and here y'all go fucking up again. Come on now. Killing off Jimmy. What purpose do you have killing off Jimmy Lee? Sense does that make? And first of all, I do want to say this. Like, I'm all for Austin being a Quartermain. I'm all for Roger Howarth being in the Quartermain family. But my thing about that is, Charity, how old is he supposed to be? Because Charity and Jimmy Lee got married in 1986. Over 30 years ago. What was that, 34 years ago? They got married? So my thing is, hold on, 30, 31, 32, 30, what, 34, 35? Somewhere around there. My thing is, how old is this? So he got to be about early 30, late 20 maybe, depending on what year they had him. But I'm like, why would y'all put Roger Howarth in that role? He 50, so he about 51. You need to. The Quartermain's got too many old heads in that family group right now. Cause you got Ned, you got Austin now, it's like y'all need some younger sets, like some people that's young up in there. I'm just saying, I think it would have did them justice to bring in somebody that's at least 30 to play this role, or at least 40 that look 30. I'm just saying, like he up there in age and he don't look like he in no 30s, but I guess they divorced him or whatever. I guess I'll have to deal with it. I just noticed it's not really a big deal to me, but I just peeped the age. I'm like, yeah, but he 51. Their child would be at least 30 something. Whatever. So yeah, it was so funny because Olivia was like, "Oh, you're the bastard. Oh, Jimmy Lee was the bastard son." I said, "Olivia, sit down. Go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner. Why would you call that man daddy a bat? Go sit in the corner. Go sit down, Olivia." Cause she done read Edward memoir, so of course she putting the pieces together. Who in that family? Cause she read his memoir. I'm like, Olivia, have a sit down. Have a sit down, sweetie. I know you're trying to be helpful, but go sit down, please. She was like, no, 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 I'm not trying to judge or anything like that, because trust me, I got two kids out of wedlock, and I wasn't married, and yeah, we know both your sons was bastards too. We know. Okay, but go have a seat. Go sit down. And you know what's so funny was also sitting there smiling and stuff. He didn't even take offense to it. I would have, because you ain't about to sit here and call my daddy no bastard. And you ain't about to do that. That's what we not gonna do. Especially my daddy. This is your daddy. This is your daddy. I wonder if they gonna sing that at. They should have sung that at Jimmy Lee funeral. You know how Meet the Browns, Mr. Brown from Tyler Perry, he be like, "This is your granddaddy. This is your granddaddy." They should have sung that at all the funerals, especially when Edward died. But anyway, let me stop fooling around. Yeah. So it was so funny. Like she was like, "Yeah, oh, so oh, your daddy was the bastard, okay." Um, Valentine sitting here speaking up on behalf of the Quartermain family. I said, Valentine, sit your ass down. You ain't no damn Quartermain. Sit down. And Ned spoke up so quick. He said, first of all, which you are not. He said, you are not a part of this family. He said, I'm your granddaughter's father. He said, Ned said, I don't give a damn who you are. You still ain't family. Yo, that whole thing was hilarious, yo. I love when the Quartermains get together and just go back and forth. That shit be funny. Like, Valentine had the nerve to say on behalf of the Quartermain family. Sir, your last name is Cassadine. You're not even that biologically. Go sit down, sir. We don't even know who your daddy was. Helena was just throwing that ass back in the day, so go sit down. Anybody could be your daddy. Please go sit. I was like, no, sir, this is not the time for you to pipe up and chime in. Go sit down. And Ned was just being a little jackass or whatever. Michael just standing there looking clueless. Oh, well, we need proof. Michael, you look like a child that was just allowed at the big boy table. Please go sit down and hush your mouth. Let the grown folk handle this. You go sit. Okay? Michael need to go sit down. You know how you at Thanksgiving? Now, I know y'all could relate to this. Like back in the day, I don't know if they still do this now, but my family do because I don't play that. But you know how you had the grown up table and then the kids had the kid table? And everybody used to get mad when they had to sit at the kid table or whatever because they couldn't be in grown folk conversation. That's how Michael is. He like a child that just got promoted to the grown folk table. But you still stand there looking like a deer in headlights. Please go sit down. Let Ned take care of this. Let Monica and all them speak up. Hell, even Brooklyn was talking with a little bit of sense. I'm like, go sit. Go sit down, Michael. Just stand there and be there. You know what I'm saying? Like Olivia kind of did too. Just stand and be seen and not heard. Be quiet. Um, so Brooklyn was like, yeah, well, you can't just come in the family and start shuffling things around and whatever. I love Austin's response to that. Austin said, sound like a true, what he say? He said it sound like a true spoiled kid, rich kid or something like that, privileged. Yeah, basically he called her privileged, and I agree. See, that's why I kind of like Austin right now, because it seems to me his story is going to be like a Y&R Adam Newman kind of story. You know how the Quartermains all came from privilege and stuff like that, and Austin's the type that had to work hard to be a doctor and make his own money and stuff. Because remember, when Jimmy Lee died, I mean, not when he died, but when he married Charity and they moved away, Jimmy Lee didn't have a fortune. He lost a lot of his money. Because remember, Jimmy Lee was married to Celia Quartermain back in the day, I think from 85 to 86 before he left. He was married to Celia. And I remember he lost millions of dollars. He lost all his money on that waterfront. because remember the waterfront properties collapsed, so he lost a fortune. And Celia divorced him because she was like, "Bitch, I'm not about to be married to somebody that's broke." She said, "I can't be destitute." She chalked up them deuces real quick and moved her ass back to New York. I'm not mad at that though. She said, "No, I can't do broke." So I don't think Jimmy Lee had a whole lot of money when he left town. So Austin probably had to work hard for what he got. You know, he made it very clear to the family, like, bro, I'm not here trying to steal no fortune from y'all. He was like, I ain't trying to steal the company from you. I ain't trying to do nothing. He said, I got money. I'm not here to try to swindle money from y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I got bread. I'm good. He just wants what he feels he's entitled to. And Ned was like, well, you're not entitled to shit because Edward excluded Jimmy Lee from the will and his, descendants and all his, offspring or whatever. But if you remember the original will, if you remember the will that was read from Diane, it said living grandchildren. It was not specific on who was cut out. It said living grandchildren. So, in my opinion, if they go take this to court, which he intends to do, I think a judge will uphold that and give him his rightful shares because it did say living grandchildren. It didn't say, oh, Jimmy Lee's excluded. When the will was read, it didn't even mention children. So that means they were excluded. It just went straight to grandchildren, great grandchildren, and then it went to Monica and Alice. So, they were kind of pissed because they was like, how the hell are you going to contest the will? And I understand where they were coming from because Edward did have a right to leave his company and his money and whatever to anyone he wanted. It was his fortune. He had a right to do whatever he damn well pleased with it. I agree with that. I mean, shit, look at Tracy. Tracy ended up with Relish. That chick got Relish. And she never contested the will. She could have been well within her right to contest it, but Tracy never did. She just left it alone. When he left his money to charity, she could have contested the will on all of those grounds, but she never did. I don't know why. She better than me, because please, let my grandfather die and leave me some damn Relish, but you leaving all these other suckers shares in a multi-million-dollar company, leaving Big Bird all this money and whatnot. That fool done gave half the money to PBS, Big Bird, and Cookie Monster and all them. But you gonna leave me some Relish? Oh, I would have been up in that court. Oh, they would have heard my mouth about it. I would have been up in that probate court all day, every day soon. You ain't about to leave me no Relish. I can go to the damn C-Town up the street and go get some Relish for 50 cents. You ain't about to leave me this shit. Like, I understand that's they mama Relish, but no, no, sir. You ain't about to leave me assed out. And that's the funny part. Because in the will, Tracy was excluded from the will for the most part. She was excluded. But her kids were a part of the living grandchildren. So they inherited. So I think Austin has a claim. He has it definitely. And Valentine spoke up and was like, look, we ain't gonna continue this damn meeting because it's not clear who owns what shares, how many, whatever. So we gonna have to, he was like, as CEO, since I'm still CEO, we gonna have to table this meeting right now. He said that's just what it is. And Monica and all them agreed, and I agree too, because you can't make a valid vote on who should be CEO when you have a new shareholder in here and the shares have to be redistributed and they're waiting on the judge and everything else. So I agree. I don't trust Austin though. Like when Austin gave that little monologue about, oh, I just want to get to know y'all. I'm family. Y'all got to grow up in this beautiful home. You got to know Edward. I didn't. He was giving this whole monologue. And when he left, I just don't trust him. And clearly the family ain't buying what he's selling. I don't trust him. Not yet. I just something ain't right. I nope. I don't trust no new character that come on this show. I don't give a damn. Somebody got a excuse for something. I feel like him and Valentine might be allies though, because you can see the smirk on Valentine's face. Valentine is happy about Austin coming in because he feels like that's the person that's gonna keep him in as CEO. He can get him on his side. Especially seeing as how he might have a grudge against them for the way his father was disinherited. So I think Valentine might exploit that. So anyway, moving on from that. Listen, it's good that Spencer is home and whatnot. I'm happy him and Laura and Nicholas reunited. But Spencer really need to let this beef go. This whole vendetta he got with Ava, let it go. Like, he's still talking about how Ava chose to restore her looks instead of testify for him or whatever when they thought Valentine killed Nicholas. I'm like, you're still mad about that? You're still mad? I mean, at the time, he had every right to be pissed, but I'm like, all this time later, here we are 4 years later, you still mad about that? Boy, you got your daddy back, you got your house back, you got the company back. Let it go. Damn. I mean, eventually the police stop beating Rodney King ass. So eventually you need to let this go. Like, why are you still harping on that? You got everything back that was taken from you. Everything. And you're still mad at Ava trying to take her down for that? For that one little incident? Because she didn't testify for you? Damn, it's like, Spencer, really? Telling you, boy, them Cassadines can hold a grudge. Damn, and I don't even know why I'm surprised, because that's the Cassadine way. Like, that's just what they do. They don't give a damn. They will hold a grudge. They will hold it. Even when they get everything they want, they still hold that grudge. Like, damn, let it go, boy. Good Lord. Ava was being cordial with him. Ava was like, for your dad's sake, I'm happy that you're back. But, I'm glad her and Nicholas weren't naive to it. They was like, don't try to act like, you sad about us getting a divorce, because we both know that you happy as shit. And even Nicholas told him that. He was like, you could cut the crap. Don't try to come at me with no fake sympathy. And I'm glad, Ava at least has Laura in her corner, and Laura was like, we're family and stuff like that. I love Laura because she's such a positive person. Like, she's a kind person. Even though in the beginning she didn't agree with that marriage between Nicholas and Ava, she grew to really like Ava because she saw a lot of changes Ava made in her life. Like, she really grew to like her, and she's just a positive, nice person. We all know Laura can be, she can get down when she got to get down, but I like that positivity that she, brings out. Like, she's just class, and I love it. But when she said that she promised Ava that they were going to get the bastard that's been coming after her, I said, do you know that the bastard is your grandson? What you gonna do when you find out who the bastard is? I'm just saying, like, it's gonna, I don't know how she gonna feel about that one. I don't know what Nicholas and Ava gonna do, but they better do something. But anyway, this was a pretty decent episode. I liked it. Especially the Quartermain stuff. I'm enjoying it. But hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.